What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Heard That. My name is Kent, and this is season 1, episode 2. First of all, I want to thank everybody that tuned in to the last episode. I got some pretty good feedback, and some of you guys are pretty funny, man. I love y'all. You guys crack me up. And but no, I got some good ideas for content and stuff like that, and I'm just excited to keep this thing going and talk to you guys every week, maybe even twice a week. Yeah, let's jump right into it. So today's episode is going to be about line stories, okay? So most of you that have worked in the industry know that on the line, so whether you're front of house or back of house, you'll know. On the line, whether it's an open kitchen or a closed kitchen, whatever the case is, on the line, you got the line cooks, the chef. On the other side, you have like a food runner or expo, maybe both. And the conversations that happen between all persons involved, they can get pretty... They can get either pretty intense, they can get vulgar, they can be just downright hilarious. The point is in every kitchen that I've ever been a part of anyway, there's always something going on the line. I'll give you a little bit of my own personal experience at a few restaurants that I've been at. For the most part, one of my best friends was my sous chef for many, many years. And whenever, we took on another job or, another restaurant or whatever, we'd kind of team up and that's how we kind of did our career. But there's one restaurant in particular that kind of kicked this whole thing off between he and I. I was a sous chef. He was a line cook. And the way that the line was set up is I was in the middle, and then to my immediate left, if I'm looking at the dining room, straight ahead of me, immediately to my left was the grill area. And it was funny because the wall was right there, and then it was like the wall and then the grill. So it was literally just like this little corner. And we'd be getting our asses kicked, just being in the weeds, and I'm calling, walking in, 4 pork chop, 5 ribeyes, blah, 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 just going crazy. And it was a busy restaurant, so and it was basically a steakhouse. We had our own ranch where we would source all of our own beef from. And I'm probably giving away the restaurant right now. Who cares? And so people came in for, specialty cuts of beef, and pork chops and stuff like that. Well, our pork chops, they weren't, like some restaurants, some, kitchens will maybe, at least mark their pork chops so that the pickup time is a little bit, faster, but we didn't do that. We picked it up from scratch. Everything was from scratch. Everything was pick up, order, fire. Well, there was this one time, that we were just absolutely getting annihilated. And mind you, I was just the sous chef at this time, and he was the line cook, and we already had like this, friendship kind of building. But we were getting hammered that night, and I was calling out all kinds of stuff. And I just remember, I remember looking over at him just to see if he was okay and if I needed to stop calling. His whole grill was just full. And he had his resting area, and that was all full. And I looked over and I'm like, dude, are you good? And he turns around and he's like, does it look like I'm fucking good? And I remember that so clearly because, and he wasn't mad. He was just, when you get in that zone, the last thing you want to hear is, "Hey, are you good?" Like, no, I'm not good. Like, I'm going to get through it, but I'm not good. And, ever since that day, I think that was the day that kind of kicked off, like, dude, like, you're my dude. Like, you're my dog. You know, he went through, we've gone through so many battles together. Still to this day, my very best friend. When you watch this, I'm sure you're going to be crying a little bit because you're just a big baby. But anyway, so eventually that corner that he was in, became the corner of filth. And that's where it all started. And every restaurant that, he and I have ever, opened or worked at together, we always have a corner of filth now. So I'm curious to know, you know, some of your guys' experiences with that. Do you guys have a corner of filth in your restaurant? When I say corner of filth, now I want to clarify something because some of the things that were said in that corner will always stay between he and I. They will not go anywhere else. It'll be between me and him for the rest of our lives because, and any corner of filth that we've ever worked in, that's kind of like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas for us, you know? And, yeah, we've developed a great friendship, through the corner of filth. It's almost like a therapy session sometimes. Every restaurant that we go to, we immediately are like, where's the corner of filth? Let's pick it out now. Is this going to be the corner? Is this going to be the corner? But we always have one. And, it's just a fun way to kind of lighten things up because, on the line, things get crazy, man. And, I think that's what I kind of wanted to center this episode around is, you know, line horror stories or great things that happen on the line. Like I said, a lot of conversations happen on the line. And, you know, between the servers and the, expediters and, food runners and stuff like that, you know, I've always believed in, and I'm still a very, very firm believer in this, front of house, back of house divide is really stupid in my opinion. I don't understand it. I know there's a lot of chefs right now that are going to disagree with me. That's fine. That's your own take on things. But for me, you know, we rely, on them on front of house so much and on food runners and expediters to make sure that the food's going to the right table. Now, yeah, do we all make mistakes? Of course. Like, we're human. Like, is somebody going to run food to the wrong table? Yeah. Do I get mad at them? Yeah. Like, it pisses me off, of course. But that's not going to deteriorate that relationship. Like, okay, yeah, I'll pull you aside after service and be like, dude, like, what the hell is going on? Like, rightfully so, right? But front of house, back of house divide, like, some of my best friends to this day are front of house, and bartenders and stuff like that. And like, I just never really understood that. I never understood why a chef would think it would be okay to get the rest of the guys behind him to like rally behind him to hate the front of house or talk shit about the servers. Or it's like, dude, you guys make mistakes too. Like, we make mistakes behind the line. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, but when you make a mistake, it's cool. Like, no, dude, it doesn't work like that. And, like I said, we all get frustrated with each other, you know, within the industry. Like, servers get frustrated with us when the ticket times are at 15, 20 minutes. Like, you know, it happens. But, every line has a story, like mine of the corner of filth. And, you know, I'm curious to know if, any of you out there watching this right now, have, you know, a situation like that, or is it just every day is the corner of filth everywhere in on the line is the corner of filth? Cause I've been a part of, lines like that too, where, you know, some things are said, and sometimes you just look at people like, man, you're a crazy dude, like, or chick, girl, like, you're crazy. Like, some of the things that are said, on the line sometimes, they get pretty interesting, for lack of better words, lack of better term. But, you know, we all pick this industry for one reason or another. And, you know, that's, you know, one of the biggest reasons I believe a lot of people, will join a kitchen or become a chef or aspire to be a chef is for the camaraderie of it. And I know I did. As soon as I got my first kitchen job, I was like, whoa, like, and I come from a big family, but I'm like, wow, this really feels like family, like home. And I've only been a part of a few restaurants in my career where I'm like, F this, like, this does not feel right. This doesn't feel like home. And I got out of there and I split. And, if you're feeling that right now with your current situation, I urge you, like, get out of there, like, go find something that feels a little bit more like home, a little bit more family, because it's going to make your job a lot more fun. And I feel like you'll be a lot more productive in an environment like that. But yeah, I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments or message me or whatever. And have you ever been a part of a kitchen that has a corner of filth? Or tell me what's the craziest thing you ever heard on the line that made you literally stop and be like, what the hell did you just say? I have too many to tell, so it might be kind of hard for you to come up with one. I feel like, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like that happened to me like at least once a day throughout my career. So let me know if you feel the same way. Some of these cooks, man, they're crazy. They're crazy people, and they just do not give a what. They do not care, man. They will say almost anything that makes you really like, damn, crazy. Anyway, this has Heard That. Trying to keep these a little bit shorter, on the shorter side, to keep your guys' interest. I know a lot of you are like, go talk longer. I'm like, man, I don't know what to talk about. No, I have a lot to talk about, actually, and I look forward to making these videos a little bit longer. Yeah, we're gonna leave it on that. Like I said, DM me or message me if you have any ideas about what you want to talk about, or if you have a corner of filth or something crazy that happened on the line. I'd love to talk about it and do like a follow-up video to this. I think that would be kind of cool to do a follow-up video and be like, this is what I heard. This is, kind of go off on that. But anyway, this has Heard That. Like and subscribe so we can keep growing this channel and talk about some cool stuff. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and we out.